Hi guys, this is Jude from EasyTechs. In this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how you can troubleshoot a laptop that won't come on when you press the power button. This video is the fourth in this series where I take you through my step-by-step troubleshooting approach for scenarios like this. I will leave the links to the other 3 videos down the video description. Obviously, there are several possible reasons why your laptop may not boot up when you press the power button, from minor faults to major faults. Maybe nothing happens entirely when you press the power button, like in this case, or you get some indications of partial startup. Maybe some LEDs blink, or you hear the cooling fan spinning but nothing on the screen, or it tries to boot up but shuts down instantly. There are different kinds of signs you can have. So in this series, I try to present the different scenarios I come across, and then I take you through my thought process and the steps I take to check the different possible causes of this issue. I record these steps and share the successful ones, or at least, like in this case, those that I feel can help you draw logical conclusions about the cause of the problem. So do well to try the other videos in this series if this doesn't help you get ahead. Again, I will add the links down the video description. And now without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so today I have this Dell Latitude 3510. It's a 10th gen Intel Core i5 processor, which is fairly recent. So here when I plug this to power and press the power button, nothing happens. Nothing comes up on the screen, no backlights, no text, no blinking LEDs, no light on the power button, no spinning sound from cooling fan, so absolutely nothing happens. Now in each of the videos in this series, I try to explain the role of the BIOS in coordinating the startup functions on your laptop. The BIOS is short for Basic Input-Output Systems, which is basically some kind of flash memory chip that comes embedded on your motherboard. It coordinates the hardware initialization during startup and also provides other runtime services for your operating system and programs. Now, when you initially press the power button, it first powers up the BIOS, which then tries to find an operating system from the attached drives according to the preset boot order. However, in this scenario, we don't even see the charge LED indicator or any other sign that power is present, so this issue is very likely related to power. It appears that power is not getting across to the battery nor the BIOS to enable it issue some clue regarding the fault. Of course, I understand that the battery or BIOS chip might also be dead or corrupt, but that is a more trivial issue to deal with, so before I think of that, I'll first try all the quick and easier tests. Now in this case, I already checked that my power supply is working fine. If you are yet to check yours, I will suggest you start with that. A simple multimeter test should work fine. I've demonstrated this in previous videos, so just check and ensure your power adapter is turning in the right voltage. With that, the next step would be to perform a power reset on your computer. This just means discharging the motherboard of any residual power and also clearing the memory of any triggers that might have tripped off your laptop and has continued to prevent it from booting back up. This is done by first removing all power sources from your laptop, both battery and AC source. Then press and hold down the power button for some 30 to 40 seconds and release it. This does a power reset and discharges the motherboard of any residual voltage and clears your memory of any triggers that might be preventing your laptop from booting up. Now I'll plug it back to power and try to power it up again. Now here you will notice that the LED indicator from the power adapter still doesn't come on. For some laptops, this could be the case even if the laptop works fine. As long as the battery is not attached, the LED remains turned off. So we give it the benefit of the doubt and press the power button to see if it comes on. As you can see, in this case that didn't resolve the problem. Now I will continue to check more on the power related components, and in that line the next port of call will be the power cable that connects the power port to the motherboard. Now for some laptops the power port is directly attached to the motherboard. If that's your case, then you can just skip this step and move to power tracing or continuity test. Here I will simply ensure the cable is firmly attached to the board. You can detach and reattach it more firmly and see if that helps. Now in my case that didn't help, and that takes me to the next step, which is some kind of continuity testing or simply checking to see that power is getting to at least some components on the motherboard. Here again I'll be using the multimeter. So here you can see power is actually getting across the board. With that, I will remove both RAM sticks and see if the laptop would show any other new signs or just any indications of life. With that making no difference, I will now try to look around the motherboard to see if there are any visual indications of burned or broken components. Now obviously this will take some time depending on the complexity of your board, and also you can see obviously there are many components on the board and some components are further concealed with duct tapes and other protective elements. But right here underneath one of the duct tapes is this clearly burned set of components. An IC, a fuse, and possibly some capacitors. Now this is clearly the case of a burnt motherboard that needs to be replaced. Once again, there are several other possible reasons why you may experience this issue of laptop not booting up when you press the power button. So if this case study doesn't correspond with your case, simply check out my other videos in this series to see if any of them would help you out. And that is it for this tutorial. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful and share with anyone you think might want to see. Drop us a comment if you have any questions or feedbacks. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications on future tech support videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.